Well, today turned out to be a nice day. Didn't get the project I started done, but running around. Tried yesterday to spread some manure. It's froze up nice. The last 2 nights two nights ago it got down into, I think, single digits here. It got cold enough it froze the water up in that barn. Yeah, that was 2 nights ago. And yesterday it stayed probably in the mid-20s, lower 30s. So I tried hauling some manure out. The ground carried nice. But I had a little problem with the manure spreader, so I quit. Then last night it got down in the teens, and the water pump in that barn froze up. Didn't break no pipes or anything, I just had to thaw pipes. And then today it turns out it was in the mid-50s here today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 60s, so now that means the ground's going to soften up and I ain't going to be able to haul manure because it'll just be a slimy mess and I'll cut ruts. But I had to go run and get some bolts and ran and did some other things. Went and priced some seed corn. If I could figure out what I'm going to do about fertilizer. Pretty sure I can buy some seed corn. Won't be buying mycogen this year. It's basically the same company, but they merged somebody and came Breventa or something. I forget what the hell the name of it is. But I got a price on some corn. And I had to go get some bolts so I can finish fixing this. And some other running. By the time I got back, had some chores to get done. Now it's getting dark and I still got to mix feed for cows. But this fall, I ended up losing 2 paddles. These 2. Not that big of a deal. But, so it wasn't really hurting nothing. But yesterday I think it was the second load I took out. I was sweeping the spreader off, looping around there. And I found a paddle on the ground, just laying there. Alright, fine. So I stopped and picked it up. But then when I get back here, I find I'm missing 3 more. So I got 2 more out there in the field somewhere I gotta go find. So that's why I want to get bolts so I can bolt these back on. Because I had to go dig. This is why farmers have junk piles. I went and dug through the junk pile because I knew I thought it was a beater I broke in half, but I did find a beater. And it's got paddles on it. Now there's 12 paddles on this. I'm missing 5 right now. Which one is it? Yeah, this one here, you can see how it springs. That one's getting ready to about bust. I bet if I dig in there, I'm going to find that cracked. This another one's got springing to it. That one's going to be about ready to bust. So I need about 7 of them now. That one too, that one's about ready to bust. So that's pretty much, I'm going to have to finish replacing all these. Now, last year I replaced these 3. I thought I replaced 4 of them. Yeah, that one's a good one too. See how it's solid? And you can see the part tag still on this one. Because I couldn't find that beater last year. It was over in the pile in the brush. I mean, it's growing up in the goldenrod and stuff, so I couldn't see it. It was kind of under some other junk. But I found it today. Because these damn things are $50 a piece. They're damn near, like $46 to $50. So if I got to finish replacing these other, at least 8, that's $400. And I really don't want to spend that much. So, what I ended up, like I said, I went and dug that out. And a lot better paddles on it than I thought it was. I might only have, I forget now, I counted 7 on there. It looks like I need 8. And I think this one's going to be questionable. I don't know if it's going to, oh yeah, I unhooked my door at the TMR mixer there a week or so ago and ripped that off. So I gotta get that fixed now. I think what happened is a little bit icy and it's a rut in there, and I think the mixer slid off, and I guess I didn't have the door probably just not quite open all the way, and it was just enough to catch it. Ripped it off. But yeah, this is what I went and dug out. Now that's the problem with this beater is the mounts where these bolt onto were rusting off. And that's this one too. But I think that one might be weak. But right here's 6 good paddles. And these might actually come off with a wrench. I brought it back here because my torch is sitting back here. Hopefully I'm not going to run out of acetylene. I know I got enough oxygen. I just bought that tank last year, well, it'd be 2 years ago, because that was the day I wrecked my truck. Got hit by some girl. But yeah, right there is going to save me $300 at least. And hopefully if this one's good enough, that might be one I can maybe play around with a welder or something. I'm no good at welding. I'm good enough at torch, I can put holes and stuff. So they say this is a project I can do with that. But yeah, they say this is why farmers keep junk piles. And like I say, I might have to go look through that junk pile again, because I know I had a beater. I don't think I stripped it off already and turned it in for junk. But I broke one of these beaters in half one time on another spreader. And then I put it that way. I'm not even sure where that beater came from, because I don't remember another spreader I've replaced that beater in. But like I said, might have to dig through that pile a little bit more. There might be another, might be that two pieces in there, so I might find some more paddles here yet. But if I only got to buy 2, that's better than buying 8. So I'm gonna go take a walk over there real quick and take a peek again. So I just dug that one out. So we'll see when I get over there. Yeah, this is another problem I got with the spreader. This front panel is getting weak. It's all cracked out down there, hole through here. This is probably $300-400 panel at least. My plan on this is I got a piece of angle iron. I'm gonna measure to get to this bolt and the bolt on the other side, and drill it out so I can bolt a piece of angle iron across there to act as a spine to back that up. Because until I get some of this other stuff figured out, that's not a project I'm gonna be spending money on right now. If it busts out, I might have to put a piece of plywood or something in their back. There's other options, but if I can get some things figured out here, I can get that ordered. So just hold on a minute. Yeah, this is the junk pile over here. Like that beater was laying right here. I gotta get that cylinder out of here. I thought that, well, it might actually be cracked. Maybe that's why it is here. Because I know damn well I put an end gate in another spreader, and cylinder's leaking, so I ordered the whole brackets and everything instead of just the end gate. So I hadn't got a new cylinder, and I think that might be why that's there. But that pin on there is what I was looking for last year when I did that other end gate, because I couldn't get the pin out of the end gate, and I ended up torching it out. But I had another piece that would work. And there is another beater there, but that's out of a New Idea spreader that I bought for a trailer. And that's just all welded on there, nothing I can use them for. Our beater might be underneath all this thorns and stuff here. Got some copper tubing in there I need to take for scrap. Maybe I can get a couple $100 to that. That's what I've been going to do. I don't know if scrap's worth anything now or not, because I got that there. And I got a pile of aluminum there. When we had the roof or the silo tore down, that's a silo roof there. And we got a bunch of aluminum cans. I don't know if I got to keep them separate or not, but you know, there's probably 300-400 pounds of aluminum there at least. Got the lightning rod cable from that, plus when we put new lightning rods on the barn here years ago. So there's probably 150-200 pounds of copper that I need to take in. Now that I got a dump trailer, I can do this. Now I'm just waiting for enough to make it worth loading the trailer. Got a bunch of old washers, dryers, refrigerator stuff I need to get out of here too. Now that I got that dump trailer, I don't know if the scrap yards take that stuff or someplace separate I gotta take it. But I'm gonna show you another reason why farmers keep old equipment and stuff around. Well, like here's another one. All them drums over there, they come in handy. Like on my chopper here, I used one of them 15-gallon tit dip drums to line that auger box on that, because they want over $1,200, I think it is now, for that box. And the auger inside alone's almost $1,000. You know, that chopper, that's a Sperry New Holland, so that's at least back to 1986, how long that chopper's been around. Question is how much money I want to put into it. Rest of it's good. I'm hoping to find a chopper in auction somewhere that will go cheap that I can part out. So, but yeah, that's why you keep junk around here. I got some stuff I want to take to a consignment auction too. Like, anybody need a pipe for a silo? Blower pipe? 20-foot section of pipe. That's like a $400 piece of pipe. Salvage that off the silo. Should be somebody would want that. This spreader, it's pretty much junk. The reason I kept it is the tires. These are exact same tires that's on the other manure spreader. You know, something happens to that, that's, I think they said that's a $500 tire. And here, and I got 4 of them. So if I get a flat tire on that, I just come over here. I'm pretty sure it's the same bolt, same rim. I'm pretty sure it's an 8-bolt pattern. Worst comes to worst, I take this tire off this rim, put it on the other rim. Same things. But what happened to this spreader? Anybody need augers? Yeah, they might be getting kind of weak now. It's kind of pretty solid augers here yet. They weren't all, they were new when I bought the spreader. But the problem I have having with this back got weak. And you got one auger going, this one goes to the front, this one brings the material to the back. So they're going opposite directions. Well, something busted out here, and this auger is actually screwing back. And it's throwing the alignment of the chain off, and it keeps throwing the chain off. So I just never did nothing. It wasn't worth it to me to try to put a new panel in the back or fix it, because it's got other weak issues. You know, it's starting to pit out down here at the bottom. That's all caving out there. I mean, it ran, but like I said, it just got to the point I wasn't putting the money in. I mean, somebody need a PTO? That's probably $800,000 new. You know, I should, like I say, pull that shit off, take it to consignment auction. I mean, I have nothing else to run this style PTO on or anything. You know, so yeah. Sometimes it pays to have some junk around. And this is a good running gear here. I just took a tire off it for a spare on another wagon, but put another tire on this, and this will move. These are good. This is a John Deere 1064 running gear. You can take this sucker 50 miles an hour down the road and it ain't gonna sway. This used to be one of our hay wagons. So, yeah. That might be the other thing. Maybe I should find a tire and rim on here. You know, I could take it to a consignment auction, maybe get $300-400 for it. You know, it's not that heavy of a running gear, but these are good running gears. We have, there's about 5 of them around here. Yeah, I got another 8x16 Peckway hay wagon. It's got one of these underneath it. And my cousins have 1 or 2 of them, and I don't. Yeah, another cousin swiped. I think he swiped it. Made a wood wagon out of or something. Now, like I say, I ought to get it back. And then, just like this chopper head, I bought that new one last year. Well, used one, new to me. But the exact same thing as this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this head other than where these bands mount, these tabs on the bottom rusted out. All somebody's got to do is weld new ones on, drill holes, put the bands back on, this head will run. But something like this, I mean, I run into something, best up this wind guard. Right here's one. I mean, you're going to buy that for $100 new. Gauge wheel. That's a good gauge wheel there. Tire. You know, take that all off. Who knows? Bearing goes out. Screws up this shaft. Right here. Take a whole shaft assembly off. Auger. I think the auger. I mean the auger. Yeah, this auger. You know, if something wears out on that one, got an auger right here. So it can go both ways. I mean, this needs all new tines, so like I said, I can either parts, or like I say, take a consignment auction, maybe get $100 for it for somebody that wants parts or to fix it up. So, I mean, there's always options around. But I guess it's starting to get a little darker than I thought it was going to get. Staying lighter longer, but it gets dark still too fast. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you later.